Let me just get chat set up. Okay. So, this is the site we're working on. Still no idea why this isn't like sliding over to where it needs to be, right? Like the morph style animation. But at this point, I just don't care that much. Now, one thing I probably want to do is we want to pull out some of this stuff into components. Tags go. So let's create a tags component. Let's create a folder in there called characters. And inside of there, tags dot. All right, so first step, I forget in Astro how to get props to our components. Let's double check that. Right, astro.props. It's the right way to type our props. Here it is. So yeah, we want to do an interface props. And that looks like it. Okay, cool. So now we got this tags component. Let's just bring it in. Alright, so we should render just fine. We need to bring in the tags component in here. And we can organize these a bit better later. Oh. We don't need to have the recording going for this. Perfect. Why is that not important? What did I name that color? That's it. Oh, and we want this one heading. What did I just put? Oh, it's in the tags component, that's right. And yeah, instead of BG Slate, we want this PY. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, I think I like the line stuff instead of the solid color stuff. At least for now. We could do it with shadows. Let's That's an option. All right, so now the next step. Oh yeah, you should only use float for things that need to have content floated around them, like newspaper articles do with images. That's the only use case for floats in this one. But they're still valid for that use case. Just keep that in mind. Alright, give it a little spacing. So the next bit is we need to just start doing the audio parts, right? So we definitely need our types somewhere. Wait, what? Oh, because we didn't bring in Zod directly like that. That's right. We're using Zod from Astro. That's right. Ooh, and maybe I want to do this, right? Like Z audio clip, and then export type. Z audio clip equals, I think Z audio clip dot infer, or is it Z dot infer and then the thing that we're doing? It's Z dot infer. But instead we do no, is that not it? Or did I just type this part wrong and yeah, that thing's in our way? No. Alright, so I guess we needed type of. Ah, that was it. Okay. Now, technically, I think we could do this, and it would be totally fine. Anyone here have any preferences on shadowing your, like, z.enum stuff with a type of the same name? I don't have a problem with that, right? It does mean that we're going to need to specify the import type syntax, but that's fine. Yeah, I think we're good. So then over here in config, yeah, I think that's fine. But I may need to do something slightly different. We'll figure it out. 1 second. All right, so supported audio clips is then something like this. We want to import that from types. Audio clip name. Oh, so hold on. Values dot. Oh, interesting. So that still gives us a little bit of brief. This audio clip name is just a string now. So there's definitely a better way to model this data. That might be one way to do it. I think a better way would be in how we're modeling our types here, right? Like this array. Right, so we're using it as a value there, so we can't do that. So we could do as const for that, which then allows our enum to work. Right? Okay. So now we're able to index into this. All right. So that was the way to do it, right? Define our array as a const array. Use that to create our z-enum that we can use inside our config, which then allows us to create the type. We're not actually using that type yet. So it may be unnecessary. But if we do need that type of like what valid keys there are, we have it available to us as needed. So the main gist is supported audio clips. At which point we should see intro and dessert guy. Actually, yes, I want this outside of there. So then those go there. And here we want to do our character's description. Ooh. Does Tailwind have, like, a... They have, like, a responsive image helper? I think Object Fit should be able to do it now. Yeah, I was thinking about, like, the other hack. Where it's like max width, 100% width auto kind of stuff. But thankfully, we don't need to do that anymore. Right? Like, Object Fit is massively supported, right? Yeah, since ages ago. Right? Edge hasn't had it since 2019, but yeah, anyone on 2019 Edge is blowing it. So we're good. Okay, so we do have these supported audio clips. I want to go do one quick thing here. Nope, it's in our types. We're going to add another one. Right, so there's an intro about a character. There is, you know, the, yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Right, we're going to do that line. What's another, like, iconic... like line from a film that we could do in a bunch of different characters' voices? T-Bone. I'm gonna do I think I like the T-Bone one, because it's, like, long enough that you can get, like, some good nuance of the character. Right?
Well, you could get a good look at a T-Bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass, but wouldn't you rather take the butcher's word for it?
Right? So I can do that in a bunch of different voices. I think that'd be a good one. Right, the salesman character would be like, well, you could get a good look at a T-Bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass, but wouldn't you rather take the butcher's word for it? Like, I don't know. Those aren't great voices, but at least they're different. So if I get a good collection of, like, 8 mediocre voices, we could do something. Whoa, alright. Moshiko, wait, can't remember who said what, though. No, the T-Bone line is from Tommy Boy. It was said by Brian Dennehy as well as Chris Farley. Oh, Put the Rabbit Down? That's from, it's Gary Sinise. right? So Gary Sinise says it in Of Mice and Men. He's saying it to Lenny. Oh, wait. No. It's put the bunny down. You're right. That is Nicolas Cage. That's Air Force One. No, you're totally right. I was mixing up the rabbit reference. It is Nicolas Cage in Air Force One. He says, or no, not Air Force One. Con Air. I mix those names up all the time. Put the bunny down. Or whatever, right? Does he say rabbit? I could have sworn he said bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. Right? That was the line. It is bunny. Put the bunny in the box. A bunny is a type of rabbit, but I'm just saying, like, literally, he says the word bunny. And when doing movie quotes, you need to say it, like, literally correct. For some reason, when you said rabbit, my brain went to Of Mice and Men, where it's like, tell him about the rabbits,
They're in the
George.
presence of greatness. Imagine Forluck has a pioneering star in the world of Skyblade, an aerial sword-fighting sport. They are celebrated for the ledge over cloud maneuver where, during a critical championship match, they executed a daring upside-down attack from above, outmaneuvering their opponent with a swift, precise blade strike, just as they both soared over the highest peak of the arena. This play not only won them the tournament, but became a signature move in the sport. Other milestones in their career include being a 3-time champion of the Grand Skyblade circuit and pioneering new techniques that blend acrobatics with swordplay, revolutionizing how the sport is played and viewed worldwide.
Skyblade sounds like a fantastic game. Forluck, you're gonna have to actually, like, tell us how to play it at some point. You're gonna have to teach everybody. Tell me again about the rabbits, George. Yeah, Of Mice and Men is a fantastic book. I would say it's probably old enough that if you haven't seen it yet, are you planning on ever seeing it? Right? You could read the book, you could watch the movie, but either way, there's probably going to be spoilers the more we talk about it. I recommend reading it, though. It's a fantastic book. Nicolas Cage even wrote the put the bunny back in the box line. That's actually really good. That's actually pretty amazing. All right, so T-bone is another word, right? We can have it true in one character, false in another. Let's just double check that this works. He doesn't have that many iconic lines. Like Moshiko, we're looking for iconic lines. All right, so we see Hubert has T-bone. We go back, Tamlin should not, and he doesn't. All right, so we're filtering for these things properly. That's fine. I do need to use the restroom, so give me just a second. And I already like how this is kind of like shaping up. Yeah, I'm starting to, you know, like what we're seeing. We don't have any audio in there yet, so we're going to need that eventually, but let me at least do this. This is items center. That kicks it over a bit. Yeah, we want to do stuff that's like a full, like, you know, like reasonable sentence. Just like 3 words isn't really that much. But we don't need to brainstorm too much right now, Mashika. I just wanted to come up with one more, right? Sure. Yeah. We can do plenty of lines. We're not looking to brainstorm those right now. So, you're kind of like wasting some effort. We want to work on getting what we have working so far. Right? We want to build out the site more than we want to worry about the quotes themselves. Yeah. All I was trying to do when asking for one was that we could test out defining true for some of them and then not having them on others, so that as I add a clip for specific characters, it can make it into their list. I don't think we want to do singing. But okay, so let me go pee, and we could do a beverage. Yeah, all right. So let me go use the restroom, and we will pour a beverage for ourselves here in a little bit, and then we'll continue hacking on this site. Yeah, I'm still not 100% certain. I think individual character screens are worthwhile. We may want to have something on this page that's more interactive, but it'll be like client only. We could also start to scaffold out what like a previous work section would look like. And we want to get our form for people to contact us. Maybe it's a form, maybe it's just a, hey, hit us up on this one email or something. Sure. I probably need some kind of text above. Right? Like, before we even get into characters, a little bit about me. Like, hey, I'm Chris Griffin. As the title says, I'm an aspiring voice actor, and I would love to do some pro bono work for Game Jam participants, as well as anyone who is making a game in an indie fashion, etc. If you are making a commercial game with a studio, I'd also love to chat, blah, 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 right? And then have a little call to action button, links us down to the forum. Call it good. That's my current like thought process so far.
What a wonderful philosophy you have. Take him away.
But yeah, we're gonna continue hacking this out. Let me just go use the restroom. I got plenty of water, so I'll be right back. Should be quick. So let's pour a beverage. And yeah, what's everyone's Tuesday looking like? Oh, shit. Forgot to press the right button. Oops. I'm back. I was actually back a minute ago. You know what? Hold on. Let me go grab the Knob Creek. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. This is just... Oh, it's so warm being in the other room. That's hot whiskey. It's about 3 p.m. Maybe a little early for this, but whatever. So yeah, Wednesday already for you? That's a bummer. Saturday for FD, obviously. Well, you're doing a bunch of migrations. Fun. Oh, customer doesn't know their credentials. Yeah, I actually think we want to go back to the 200 with this. Adjust this a little bit. I think our tags thing... Give it a little more space. And that starts to look all right. think the word character there doesn't need to be there. Now here's the thing. We don't need to do it this way. So where we're doing the TOML here, I think we end up just getting rid of that and getting rid of it on the schema. So we may not need that anyway, but we do still need something that we can loop over. Right? We can totally do file system stuff in here, right? So audio clip name then becomes just a exists? Yeah. Ooh, maybe not. Okay, so Astro file system. I think we end up needing to do an integration for it. But something seems off here. Alright, so you cannot use node libraries directly inside the Astro file, but we could use astro.glob. Ah, that's probably it. No, MJ, dude. No. No. Don't ever feel obligated to support. Just here hanging out, chatting. Like, dude, that's the best. Viewership is more important than subs. It really is. With higher viewership, more subs happen anyway. Right? So just hanging out, chatting, being someone that's fun to chat with. That's the only contribution I ask. If you get a chance, watch my YouTube videos. You know? And yeah, like chatting isn't even required, but it does help make this seem like a more fun place to be. Makes it seem a little bit more fun to do, aka cheesing. Ew. Sorry, that's a terrible joke. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like the right way to do this file system. I was thinking I could just do it via FS. But maybe not. So let's hold off on that real quick. Right, all audio clips and then supported audio clips. And this all happens at build time, so I'm not too worried about the cost of looping these things. Yeah, lurking is only, like, acceptable here on Twitch. You know, if you say that to someone out in the real world, it has the same negative connotation, basically. So I think we have to do all audio clips here. I'm not sure what we're getting back. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, so this is like a... I guess the only way we can do that, we have to query for all of them, then filter based upon them having the thing that we care about. So if we log out all audio clips, oh, and we don't have any MP3s in there, so we need to create a couple. And we do have some MP3. Yeah, so I can copy and paste that to where it would matter. Oh, it's a 0-byte file. That's less good. Okay, so I can copy and paste from downloads here. Twitch voice rewards new. Apps. Server, archives, voice. Yes, okay. So I can copy this folder. I can put it in here. We'll put it in public, I guess. Okay. So then I head back out here, head into public. What? Okay, so it's definitely in there. But it's not showing up. Is there like a refresh button or thing I can do somewhere? Because it should be in there. Alright, well. I think that's the wrong one. Ah. Okay, just took a second for that to show up. Alright, so now I'm going to copy and paste these. And the place that we wanted it is audio characters. It's audio characters. We'll name this one Hubert. Tamlin. Oh, and you guys couldn't see me renaming that stuff. That's fine. Should be able to see it now. So we go here into Hubert, and we see a bunch of people's audio clips. We're just going to rename a few. So one is Deserve to Die. intro and T-Bone. Let me get more music going. Alright, so then from there, we end up doing this. We should see something come out of that now, and we do. Awesome. So we're able to see that default is the path. Yep, we saw T-Bone in there. Okay. Right, so then index of slug greater than -1. And we could have done this in really any order. Here it's audio clip name. Oh, and yeah, this is where we do the find again. Now hold on, let's format this better. Okay, there we go. We're basically filtering through the audio clips that we're going to have there. That way we know if we actually have it for this user, so we don't have to define it in some array with a true-false kind of value. And it's not going to be audio clip dot index of, it's I think dot default. Right, so we see intro, deserve to die, T-Bone. We head back and do Tamlin. Ooh, we do see all three still. So instead, come on, get out of there. All right. I want to grab this. And yeah, so we're messing this part up. We don't want to do a filter of that. Alright, so then we get 0 for Tamlin, and we should get all 3 for Hubert. Boom. Alright, so now we are dynamically doing this based upon what makes it into the audio folder. How do we force Astro to include these files in the output? Actually, yeah, that part's fine. Let's at least log this bit. So supported audio clips, we got. Double check this file structure stuff. So then here, if I just do this as public, looks like we're good to go. Okay, so we can query the public stuff. We need an emote called double check. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. right, so we'll do audio temp for now. And what we end up wanting to do is just, instead of just a div right here, we're gonna do an audio element, right? All right, so then from here, it's going to be audio slash characters slash slug slash clipname.mp3. Oh. All right, so hold on. Our audio elements are not rendering. What do I need? Like controls true? Audio element. Yep. I'm not using an animation. Did it animate and I didn't even notice? Yeah, it's not even animating. Oh, and that's why that wouldn't load. Ah, so Astro does view transition stuff. Yep. It's technically not working as we would expect, which is a little annoying. But yeah, Astro is a static site navigator that then has client-side routing bootstrap in so that you can get like really good transitions from page to page. Like, it's actually really cool. However, we're not actually able to get it to do what we were expecting, which is kind of annoying. But whatever. What up, Sibea? How you doing? What are you up to? And we wanted that to be audio temp. And then there we go. Now we get audio clips. Okay. Yeah, we're doing well. Yeah, we're making some really good progress on this. Oh yeah? Which ones are those? Yeah, how you doing, Omni? That's fine. Yeah, no worries, no stress. Okay, so this actually works pretty well. I like the way we're doing this. You know, if the audio clip doesn't exist, then it just won't be there. And we have way less, like, effort to do for that. But we probably want to include, like, reference material. And you know what? Yeah, let's just delete that. Let's rename this to audio. And then, yeah, we'll just make sure we don't commit that with all of that extra junk in there. We don't need that at the moment. So yeah, let's think about some of this like metadata that we end up needing. So we've got our types file right here. We're also going to need to include like a data file. By the Seinfeld group? Oh, yeah. So if you want to see like all the emotes that we have. Right. Yeah, that makes sense there, Omni. I get that. Yeah, you can see all the replacements that we do. And yeah, like, we replace a generic smiley face with my smiley face. It's pretty fun. We typically don't get into programming holy wars here. We'll hear the question doesn't mean that we'll answer it. That's still fine. Like, I'm just... Ask your question. If it's something we don't care to answer or discuss here, then we'll just have to ignore it. But just ask the question already. Now, tabs versus spaces is not a question worth discussing. I don't care. We have auto formatters for a reason. Any good compiler is going to strip empty space away anyway, so it doesn't even matter in your final product. Whatever is the preferred one for the language I'm using. If I'm using Rust, it's Rust format. If I'm using Go, it's Go format. If I'm using Elixir, I use the one that Elixir ships with. If it's JavaScript, just use Prettier. Formatting arguments are so damn boring. That's fine, right? At the end of the day, as long as you're using a standard formatter that the rest of your team accepts, you're good to go. I will point out one thing, and this is just for the sake of making a joke, so keep that in mind. Foo. Far. Longer. Baz. X. I massively disagree with anything that does this, right? I think this is where the Go formatter is ridiculous by trying to care about lining up colons, right? If the auto formatter does that automatically, cool. I think it's stupid. I massively dislike it, and this is where the joke comes in. Leave lining up colons to the doctor from the Human Centipede. That's not something real human beings should be doing. Badoo. Alright, nailed it. That entire setup was mainly just for that joke. If I have an auto formatter that's going to do it for me, I don't actually care. Why does it do that? Because someone decided it should. Sure, why not? But you like that joke there, Omni? That was a solid joke. That's a good one. Feel free to use that. You can borrow it. It's even better if you attribute where you got it from. Golang uses tabs. Right? Go format indents using tabs. If you have a decent enough editor, you can use whatever you want and it'll convert for you. So it really just shouldn't matter. You shouldn't care. Use any auto formatter you can. Any decent editor will fix that stuff. I don't care. That's up to your editor. So export let whatever. I think you misunderstand just some guy. It doesn't work that way. The thing that you're exporting, that is its value at import time. So any file that's importing it is getting the original definition. The mutability of that thing isn't going to work the way you expect it to after a bundler does stuff with it. I don't care. Objects would be mutable, theoretically, depending on how the bundler is deciding to bundle that for you. Which is why mutating global objects like that is often a bad idea. Now, granted, a lot of state management libraries work that way, but doing it yourself, if you think you know better, go for it. But it really does depend on how you have your bundler actually set. You can actually make it to where your bundler will bring in the object as its own object and inline it rather than make it a reference. So that's where things can get tricky. I think you need to be explicit about it inlining things because they dealt with enough bugs for it. Sure, like, everything is bug-proof. If you document it well and you have a library for it, and it's not someone just manually doing stuff, then go for it. But really, like, Redux works the way you're talking about. Where it's an object and you're using various like mechanisms to modify it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're great questions, personally. We have Omni, and a lot of them are really terrible. The only one that I've heard that's even reasonably good, like voice actor style, is PlayHT and some of their voices. The OpenAI one's pretty bad. 11 Labs one's pretty bad. Deepgram ones, pretty bad. Now, here's the thing. The Deepgram ones sound realistic in the sense that they're not good public speakers. If you're looking for it to do voice acting for things like a game, it's actually going to sound like a person trying to read out the character's lines in a bad way. Because they're actually aiming for, like, realism rather than good, you know? So I actually think there's major flaws in a lot of the voice AI stuff out there. Yeah, they sound extremely nervous, you know? I'm currently using Deepgram, and it exhibits the exact thing I'm talking about there, Snowly. It exhibits the, yeah, it sounds like a person who's just not good at public speaking. Versus, like, a proper voice actor. The one we used to use, named Ruby, from PlayHT, was actually quite good. But PlayHT does a monthly billing model rather than purely usage-based, and I'm not paying $40 a month for my voiceover. I'll pay for what I use when I use it. So yeah, PlayHT and a bunch of those like voice providers are actually blowing it by having a just terrible billing model. That's where services like Vappy are actually really cool. Vappy can pay the PlayHT or 11 Labs billing model and then bill you usage-wise. So, yeah, if we were still using Vappy, I'd be stoked on it. Maybe Omni. I totally understand, like, their reasoning for it. I just think it's a bad idea, and the amount of usage they're generally getting is lower because of it. Whereas Vappy is paying the PlayHT billing model, and then we just pay Vappy for what we actually use. So I really like Vappy for being a middleman for that stuff, but we just ran into too many bugs with Vappy in general. So yeah, I cut out the middleman because their feature wasn't working the way I needed it to, and it's meant for a different kind of thing, right? They're trying to be an API that you have a conversation with. That's not what we need for what I'm doing for my voiceover stuff. Yeah, for sure. It's all public. So, one sec. If we look at it, let me also close down DevTools, because that's a memory leak. Here, let me just show it on screen real quick. Right? So you can see it right there. We've got the channel name I listen to, the prompt that we're using. We send that prompt to OpenAI, and we're using their GPT-4 Turbo model. The voice provider we're using is Deepgram because 11 Labs and PlayHT have a bad billing. And that's about it. So yeah, it's like fully configurable. We can use Anthropic or Perplexity or all sorts of stuff for generating like the text that gets read into the voice AI. And hold on, let me read what you wrote there. So Vappy AI is using PlayHT as part of their backend. So if we go to the dashboard here, we might have to relog in again. Vappy allows you to pick from all sorts of providers. I think we were using GitHub. Wait, what do you mean you're talking to a bot? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Nightbot deleted your message. We just don't allow links by default. You don't seem like you're trolling, so I can allow you. But yeah, so if we look at our new assistant, whatever, right? Yeah, you typed Vappy's domain name. What we do is we end up configuring... Oh, and they've changed the UI a bit. Hold on. So the basic idea is we create an assistant in Vappy. We decide what model we want to actually like respond and do the generative parts of things, and we can give it a prompt. We can decide on our provider. From there, we can decide on what is going to transcribe the audio from the user speaking to this. We didn't need to worry about that at all. So yeah, you could use DeepGram or TalkScribe or Gladia. You decide what model is going to listen to it. Sure. So that's going to take the user's voice, turn it into text. That text is then passed to the model that we provided. And then from there, the model is going to provide a response that it passes to a voice API, such as PlayHT, DeepGram, OpenAI, Azure, Neats, LMNT, 11 Labs, Cartesian. So yes, they are repackaging all these other providers, basically. And I don't think PlayHT cares because Vappy is paying them money for it. No, because I'm not... I mean, maybe there's a VOD on YouTube. If you do a search on YouTube for, like, Vappy stuff, like, within my category, maybe. I'm not saying you should do anything with your money. I think Vappy is solving a very cool use case. Whatever you decide to do with your money is up to you. No, I get you. What I'm getting at personally, though, is I like how Vappy is basically just gluing together all these other things in a way that we've already done with our bot. So it's actually somewhat trivial, in my opinion. I'm not sure they actually have much of a moat. They used to have it in their docs that, hey, you could wire up your own blah, blah, and blah, blah, right? Like taking in the voice, transposing it, or, you know, transcribing it, sending it to OpenAI, getting a response and sending that response to a voice. You could do this all on your own. But wouldn't you rather pay for it? You know, save yourself the effort? They used to have that right there in their docs. They have since removed that from their docs because I think it was also kind of like harming them. Because it's actually not that hard to do. They are an aggregator, right? They are glue. They're taking a bunch of other things and gluing them together. That's what a lot of things out there do, but we could build that ourselves too. So it depends on how much energy and time we want to put into it, realistically. Yes, I don't think there's anything here that is a legitimate moat separating them from any other company that wants to do the same exact thing. So that's why I don't know. That's up to you. If you think that's a good business, go for it. I personally just don't recognize a moat. So in the startup world, like I haven't worked security, but in the startup world, the moat is the thing that separates you from your competitors. Right? What is the thing that keeps them from breaching the castle walls, basically? And at this point, the only thing Vappy has is the effort they've put in. Right? I don't think there's anything patent-wise that they could do here. Because they're just glue. So personally, I don't think Vappy has a moat. They're just the early mover for this, like, glue framework. of a bunch of other providers. Anyone trying to start a business that even remotely overlaps with Vappy could build it fairly easily. Like the thing that I have for Twitch streamers. I could turn that into a business that makes dozens of dollars a month. Because Twitch streamers are a terrible target market, right? But I could still do it. And there would be really nothing giving Vappy a massive, like, boost over me for that. My underwater basket weaving. For all you care, our demo could be Pip farting on a snare drum. I ain't farting on no snare drum. Sorry, I don't know why. Kinslayer, that reference is from the movie Airheads. The reason that, like, underwater basket weaving thing conjures up that line is that Pip, their drummer, who's not too bright, played by Adam Sandler, wants to do his drum solo underwater. Oh, no. Don't say sorry. I just think it's funny. All right, so we got an unban request. No. Airheads is definitely not a cheap copy of Spinal Tap. It's a totally different thing. Man, I played D&D too. I was editor of the school magazine. Like, yeah, it's a really good film. All right. Which side did you take in the Van Halen-Lee Roth split? Van Halen. He's a cop. Like, it's so good. Okay, fine. Second question. Who'd win in a fight, Lemmy or God? Lemmy. No, God. Trick question, asshole. Lemmy is God. Like, it's such a good bit. I love that movie, Airheads. Yeah, I need to rewatch that movie at some point, too. I haven't seen it in like 20 years, and I still got so much of it in my head. I know, right? Like, so much of it just sticks. I think my favorite scene is when Chris Farley goes to the metal club. He's trying to get through. He's like, "Sir, I need you to vacate post-haste so I can get to where I need to go." And the guy's like, "No, what are you gonna do about it?" Grabs the nipple rings and yanks. Improvise. Like, it's so good. That's one of my prime things I think of. Like, anytime someone's like trying to get tough with a bunch of like piercings, I'm just gonna grab that shit and yank, man. I know, right? Yeah, it's brutal there, Snow. Oh yeah, so Omni, I want to point out, like, I memorize films. I can't help it. I have a pretty decent memory, except for the fact that most of that memory is filled up with movie quotes. Like, I can probably, it's been a while, I could probably do most of BASEketball from start to finish. Am I a drummer? Meh. I'm a bad drummer. I can do a 4/4. I can do, like, my paradiddles and flamadiddles are terrible, though. I can do a drum roll. I'm mainly a bassist who then learned how to play guitar and drums. I do think bass lends itself to being a drummer more so than it lends itself to being a guitarist, because bass is really actually just percussion, right? The bass and the drummer need to be more in sync than anyone else in the band, and the guitarist can then go do, like, jazz style, who cares, like, wanking. But if the drummer and the bassist aren't in tune, like, aren't, like, on beat, the whole thing sounds terrible. Yeah, they're like the heartbeat of the entire band. There you go, Sakalo. Yeah, bass is like a glorified percussion instrument, which I find interesting. Which also makes me really appreciate bands that allow the bassist to actually be like the lead, or at least like more so than just percussion, such as Primus. Oh, yeah, Kinslayer, right? Like, all right, so you're going to owe 1/12 of the water bill, 1/12 of the cable bill, 1/12 of the power bill. Oh, hey, this couch is totally sweet. Does that fold out to a bed? Oh, yeah, totally sweet bed. But that's Jenkins' bed. Your bed's over here. Dude, that is so weak. How am I supposed to get a chick in that? Oh, don't worry. You can get a chick if you had a $100 bill hanging out of your zipper. Yeah, I could. No, you couldn't. Like, dude, yeah, I can do most of that movie. And I opted out of some of the swear words, you know. I'm telling you, dude, first we gotta get jobs, then we get the khakis, then we get the chicks. Oh, hey, Skidmark Steve, what are you up to? You just hanging out, playing Nintendo? Well, if you must know, I'm in my 4th year of med school, and I'm training for the summer games. What about you guys? Just hanging out, playing Nintendo. Like, dude, there's so many good lines. That's definitely not a quote. So take it easy with the misogyny. Alright? Like, take it easy. I get it, I'm sure. Just take it easy. You can say drummers are drunks. Yeah, that's actually determined by history. That's why it's a joke on Metalocalypse, right? Like, Pickles. I don't know about that one there, Omni. The band has plenty backstage already. It does somewhat seem like, yeah, it's related to at least the Louis C.K. joke, right? Where he after a show one time, he's hanging out and people are like smoking some weed and he's like, oh yeah, can I get some of that? Right? Kid passes him the joint and he starts hitting it like he's back in the 80s. Like, you know, listen to REO Speedwagon, like, you know, Van Halen, like running with the devil. I just started hitting that thing like, you know, like it was 70s weed. They've been working on this stuff like it's the cure for cancer. I knew I was in trouble when the kid with all the stuff in his face looked at me and said, whoa, slow down. Like, you know? And then, pew! Yeah, no defending any of like Louis C.K.'s offstage antics, but he had some like just some really good routines, right? Some of his comedy bits were really solid. Oh, actually, we just heard that. So that is the exact opposite of my experience there. Most of my friends that were in bands weren't famous enough to have people show up and give them anything. So their partying was all on their own time, and they were not clean. Like, at all. Sure. The big one? Oh, I think you mean Winger, right? I'm kidding. He might be thinking of, Guns N' Roses is probably the big one. I don't know if Guns N' Roses is actually bigger than AC/DC or Van Halen. I don't think that's actually the case. I don't think they were bigger than Kiss. Kiss was also the 70s, though, not the 80s. Who cares? I didn't like their music. That's the only thing I care about. Kiss was marketing in the same way Slipknot was. Some people really like the music, though. What's up, Deja Vu? Alright, so, mods, I'm going to... unban this person because it's possible that it wasn't them that lost their shit. I believe it was a different name over in the Discord. I mean, early Metallica was fine. Late stage Metallica is garbage. Just commercial, mass-produced garbage. Just like U2. Not U2, but U2 the band. Early U2 is like new wave. Their second or third album, whichever one Joshua Tree was, had some good cuts. But then, you know, then they did Discotheque. The way I look at it is, you either break up a hero, or your band lives long enough to become the villain. What do you mean by that, Deja Vu? Does that mean you're only happy when it rains?
Imagine Dana Sport as a star player in the thrilling world of tower tag, a futuristic sport combining elements of laser tag and climbing. In their greatest play during the Global Tower Finals, Dana Sport executed a stunning maneuver by scaling to the top of the highest tower and tagging 4 opponents in a record-breaking 10 seconds, securing the championship title. Known for their acrobatic climbs and strategic precision, Dana Sport has also set the record for the most consecutive matches without being tagged.
Alright, so, yeah. Let's get back to actually working on stuff. I know, I don't mind getting sidetracked a little bit, but let's actually build stuff. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. So let me send quick message for work. Okay, sorry. Funniest thing you heard a reviewer say, he was upset Styx was breaking up, not because he liked them, but now there was going to be 5 solo projects that sound like Styx. Ooh, right? I don't know why, I always think of the Simpsons episode where he hears, like, sailing the river Styx, and it shows him, like, the Grim Reaper, or, like, whoever's on the boat, just, like, and, like, Styx is playing, and he's like, ooh. He does, like, the shudder, you know? Karen. Yeah, exactly. It's not the Grim Reaper, it's, yeah, that's the Fairy Master, right? But still, like, that's such a good, solid, like, Simpsons joke. Sailing the river Styx, and you just hear, like, come sail away or whatever, and it's like, oh god, oh no. Like, oh, please, no. That said, I ended up hearing Wanted Man on the radio and was like, oh my god, this is amazing, who did this? And I was actually, like, a little bit bummed to find out that it was Styx. So, not everything can be all bad. I actually really like that song, Wanted Man. I massively dislike Styx. You know, like... So that was a real, just, like, existential dilemma. Better than Cheap Trick, though, right? So, it could always be worse. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of, like, phrasing that. They have that one good song that's only good because of how it's been used in film in the past, which is that, like, Want You to Want Me song. Rat had, I think, one good song as well. Like, here's the thing. As bad as some bands are, they typically have at least one song that if you didn't know it was them, you'd probably like. There was a Cheap Trick song on the Heavy Metal soundtrack. Okay. Yeah, Heavy Metal was a fantastic film. I don't remember what song that was. Right? And it's usually not their popular songs. But if you listen to their album all the way through, right? Or at least all of their albums all the way through, you'll most likely find at least one song you like. And that's kind of crazy. No, so that's the big difference there, Omni. Like, no, we're talking about bands that had multiple hits. The hits are not the songs we're talking about. We're talking about the song on their album that most people haven't heard that is actually, like, quite good. Styx just got lucky that Wanted Man got radio play, because that song's great. I bet they have at least one or two others. Right? So what I'm getting at is Nickelback. Awful band. Right? Just so formulaic, so terrible. But I don't know about you guys. When I was watching MTV Edge back in like 1999, 98 or whatever, they had that one song that's them in like the courtroom, right? Like some shit going on and there's like a riot outside and whatever. That song's good, man. That song's good. Yeah, they have one. They have at least one. No, they're mid, right? Like, their music's so formulaic that, you know, if you're willing to put up with that song, you can put up with most of them because all of their music is actually that same formula. No, so the song I'm talking about by Nickelback is before they actually made it big. Headbangers Ball was classic. MTV Edge. If you had digital cable in like the late 90s, early 2000s, that shit was good. That shit was real good. Like, I found all sorts of bands thanks to MTV Edge. Like, Finger 11 before they jumped their shark. Yeah, like, Finger 11 was solid. And that music, the music video for Above was awesome, amazing. And then their album, like those two albums, before they did just the worst song of the late 2010s, or 2000s, I guess. Right? Like, dude, Finger 11 was legitimately good until they decided to just chase the money. I don't even remember the name of the song that was like, oh, yep, this is where they jumped the shark. But those first two Finger 11 albums, really good. Why am I making you nostalgic? Because I'm old as shit, and that's all I do at this point. Yeah. I actually even like their popular song, like the one popular one. I don't know the one they had after that, but One Headlight's actually a banger. Ooh, yeah, Matt Pinfield. That sounds about right. Yeah, he was the Headbangers Ball guy for like the later part of Headbangers Ball. Headbangers Ball originally was just just like an hour in which they played heavier stuff. They didn't have someone who was like the voice of it. The Matt Pinfield like era was basically during the Carson Daly era. Early 90s, Headbangers Ball still existed, but they didn't have anyone that was like the MC. It was just a section of MTV that was the heavy stuff. And it came on right after Liquid Television, right? So they'd play Aeon Flux and the Max and the Head. Yeah, old school Beavis and Butthead was also a place where you'd see like a bunch of that heavier stuff for sure. Alright, sorry. I get slightly distracted. This was good though. We have an ambassador who's awesome. And he streams, I forget, it's like Kito Kibu or something like that. He streams a lot of like C# stuff. I think he does it like once a week on Wednesday nights. Really cool dude. I just don't stream Wednesdays, so I never have a chance to raid him. But yeah, like really cool dude. He's like, he helps out quite a bit as just like the Uber ambassador for Get Kraken. Like he does the work of like 10 ambassadors because he's just that much of a fan of the product, which is really cool. Yeah, I think most brands would benefit from having, especially if they're a DevTools company, would benefit from having an ambassador program in which you get your biggest like fans and supporters and users of your product and you bring them together, you incentivize them, you at least give them a free license or something, or give them some swag. There's all sorts of stuff you can do for it. Like any brand that doesn't have an ambassador program, kind of blowing it, in my opinion. I hope Clerk and some of those other brands have like their own little like ambassador program where the ambassadors help make content. They help do all sorts of stuff. Like, yeah, this is really good. I hadn't seen a good ambassador program before. You can't program to music? It depends on the kind of music. Music like this music is borderline, like, too good to where you're gonna, like, focus on it. The idea for, like, music to program to is that it maybe makes you, like, bob your head, but you don't think about it. If it ends up, like, hitting too good, or it's too fast, or it's got, like, it's just, like, it's awesome rather than just being passable, you end up thinking about it too much. Whereas instead, the best programming music is something that doesn't take your attention. Ambassador programs are classic marketing, but I think they're underutilized in the DevTools marketing space.
We are in the presence of greatness. Oligno is a renowned star in the thrilling world of gravity racing, a sport where athletes race downhill in specialized gravity-powered vehicles. Their greatest play came during the International Gravity Games, where they executed a hairpin turn at maximum speed, maintaining control while others struggled, securing a record-breaking finish. Their innovative vehicle design and fearless racing style have set multiple course records across various countries, revolutionizing the sport and inspiring a new generation of racers.
Alright. Gravity racing. Yeah. That's the best part. We told the bot to make up sports. So yeah, like sword racing earlier was an interesting one. Like gravity racing, like that's one of the best parts. Just, yeah, using AI and its hallucinations to actually, like, as a feature rather than a bug. And hey, what's up, Sabrina? How you doing over there? Thank you for saying hi over on the YouTube. How are you doing? So real quick, hold on. Let me go pee real quick. BRB. And yeah, just passing along a thing for work. Yeah. Like, I'm barely working right now, but I'm technically working. Oh, thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate that. Just finished work, came to your favorite stream to see what's up. Yeah, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. And then we're gonna keep hacking on this project. Yeah, the gravity racing thing was a hallucination that we allowed OpenAI to come up with. Like, we're prompting specifically for creative new sports and whatever. I think that's actually fun, you know? But yeah, BRB. See you in a second. Yep. Hold on, let me just double check. Yeah. No. There you go, MJ. It's fine. All right, so as far as data goes here, let's think about what we want to do with it. And yeah, who all's out there? Who's hanging out? Say hi. I know, I'm sorry. I just saw a bunch of lurkers. You don't have to say anything. I see ya. I appreciate you being there. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. Like, yeah, we're having a good old time. What up, Ethan? Mr. Sir. You weren't even the one I noticed. Shit. I'm kidding. Like, no, you're in the list. I saw it. Yeah, Ethan, you trying to do fantasy football this year? I just need to get it started. Like, I just need to set it up. I can't remember. Did you do it last year or the year before or whatever? I may have mistaken that. I don't remember. But yeah, I think I shouted it out already, but thank you, Max Dev Mastery, for the follow. Welcome. Let's hack out some stuff, though, real quick. Like, we got this. It's so easy. Oh, and Snowly, I missed your follow. Man, I'm sorry. Thank you. Take it easy. That's a little harsher than it should have been there, Omni. Right? Like, just, we don't want to be overly harsh on individual people. Right? We can call businesses stupid. That part's easy. If you don't like FanDuel, that's fine. You can say you don't like FanDuel. But, nah, like, come on. We don't need to be overly harsh. It's too negative of a vibe. I mean, they make money, don't they? As long as they're making profit, I don't care. Like, yeah, no, it's a good business. Just because they didn't get acquired doesn't mean shit. Oh, and hold on, Sabrina, I just saw that. 1 second, sorry, 1 second. Do we need the PP chair for Christmas? Let's do a fundraising with the community. I don't know what that means. DMZ mixed with Arma. So when you say DMZ, it's basically like Tarkov style, right? But mixed with Arma? What makes it like mixed with Arma? Just more realistic combat? Like bullets actually do damage instead of being like a bullet sponge? Okay. No, that actually sounds amazing. I really like the realistic combat aspects. I mean, if I play Call of Duty, I want to play hardcore kill confirmed. That is the best Call of Duty mode, in my opinion. And it's really good. Ooh, that sounds good, Ethan. Yeah, no, that sounds fun. So Binary, you're into hardcore search and destroy? Yeah, it's like search and destroy isn't my favorite, but the hardcore part, like I'll happily play search and destroy if it's hardcore. I just don't like the bullet sponge stuff at all. "15-second limit on proximity chat." When you say limit, you mean like a delay? Yeah, I don't know. Sounds cool. Oh, so you can't just keep there like spamming someone with trolling, right? Okay, you got 15 seconds to say your piece. And then, too bad, deal with it. No, I like that. That's actually really good. So, hold on. Let's do this. Export const. Oh, I need more music going, though. All right, hold on. If FD were here, he'd be pumped on playing this album, but he can't hear it. That's their fault. And that's their fault. Blitzwraith, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How you doing? What are you up to? All right, we're gonna come up with a terrible variable name for this. We need to look at how it's gonna be consumed, but at the bare minimum, it's character. Audio clip meta, sure. And then we define a type for it. And it's a record. Yeah, you're just chilling? Yeah, no worries, Blitz. Yeah, we got music going, it's good. And this is a solid song. I'm turning it up for myself for sure. So Omni, hold on. Here's my favorite quote that's related to that. Procrastinate? I haven't even begun to procrastinate yet. You're welcome. You can take that and run with it. I didn't come up with it. I forgot where I found it. But it's a great quote. Procrastinate? I haven't even begun to procrastinate yet. All right, so what metadata do we need for an audio clip? And we're going to say metadata, and then this then becomes interface audio clip metadata. Right, and we are missing a bunch of stuff. So if we do intro, we can do deserve to die, we can do T-Bone. All right, so our type is satisfied here. Right, what do we care about as metadata for an audio clip? Right, description, string, nailed it. Reference, also string. No, you're misunderstanding. This is metadata for like an audio clip of like, yeah, like it's like length and sample rate, not relevant. We don't give a shit. Like, we don't care. The description and the reference are all we need at this point. And I know, I'm sorry, a lot of this is in my head about how I want to use it. I haven't described what we're looking for, so don't feel bad. But yeah, your guesses are way off. Like, way off. That's fine. I'm just letting you know. That's all. A time to kill, not a view to a kill. A view to a kill is a totally different thing. Right? So that's the idea behind this. We just want to shout out what the quote is, what it's meant to convey, and where we got it from. The description might not even be necessary at this point. The reference is worthwhile. So at some point, we might remove the metadata that doesn't have any relevance to what we're doing.
Just look.
A funny epithet. Quote is taken from the film The Dark Knight? No, it isn't. But okay. Nice try there, Tab 9. Ooh, hold on. Sorry there, Seb. 1 second. So you'll learn game development to make one about cats and be able to get my voice acting there. The cat's name will be Bourbon. Sabrina, Seb, I will happily do voice acting for a game you make. Duh! I'll do a couple cats' voices. I'll speak Bourbon's voice as my own. Right? And I can do a couple other voices for you too. Yeah, make a cat game. That sounds amazing. Fuck yeah! Come up with an idea you can do for like something like Thor's Game Jam that's coming up in the next few days. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's the exact like thing I'm trying to do with this thing I got. I want to make a portfolio. Right? I'm creating my portfolio so that people doing games, especially for game jams, can contract me to do their voice, and the contract might be free. What's up there, Wasabi? I just have to question, like, Wasabi, was that you in the Discord? Because that shit was unhinged, man. I would prefer you be honest if it was you. If it wasn't you, my bad. The timing seemed pretty accurate. I mean, here's the thing. Are you still in the Discord? Just say hi or something over there. I didn't look up the name of the person that said truly awful things over in our Discord. Like, they were unhinged. But it did seem to happen right after you got timed out for the second time. And if I'm being honest, it did seem pretty, like, likely that it was you, considering that you unfollowed at around the same time, too. So, dude, you get one more chance here. Be someone worth talking to. Or don't. Like, it doesn't harm me in any way. I can happily just ban you again. But if you're gonna become unhinged because we time you out for a fucking terrible comment, we don't need you here, man. I don't care how many bits you donate. You can't buy allowing you to say terrible things in chat. Nope, there is no redeem for that. There is no bit reward for being able to say something terrible. Do you not remember what you said when you got timed out yesterday that caused you to then unfollow? And then I'm assuming you said over in the Discord too? That is what you said that got you timed out yesterday. At which point you unfollowed. At which point I believe you also said some terrible things over in Discord. That's never okay, dude. I don't care what you meant. You said what you said, and that is not okay. No one gives a shit what you meant. You said something terrible. You have one chance left. Be someone cool, or don't. But if you don't want to be cool, it's another ban, man. You can't use bits to buy forgiveness for something that awful. You can't buy your way out of a terrible situation. At least in this stream. Other streams might be okay with it. Nah, man. Not here. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Damn, that's a throwback. I just made some people feel really old by making that reference just now. Some people's knees started to hurt by pulling out the wouldn't be prudent reference. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. See, I'm not even quoting the original person that said it. I'm quoting Dana Carvey quoting that person. And isn't that special? Oh, you don't want to deal with ads? You should probably sub. Also, not protection against terrible comments. Dude, MJ! We just talked about this earlier, dude.
Imagine Doidled as a star player in the futuristic sports.
You don't have to do that.
Thrilling competition where athletes race on high-speed hoverboards through complex aerial
You don't have to
systems.
do that,
Their
man.
greatest play took place at the World Championships when they executed a daring triple spiral maneuver around the Sky Tower, overtaking 3 competitors in the final seconds to win the gold. Doi Toldev is also known for setting a world record in speed and agility on the hover racing circuit, revolutionizing the sport with their innovative techniques and fearless racing style.
With a sub to a channel, you can avoid ads,
We are in
which
the
is
presence
nice.
of greatness. Imagine Cowabunga.
You can also just pay for Twitch Turbo and not see ads on any
hoverboard
channel,
racing.
which is
Picture
also
them
quite
weaving
nice.
Through a neon-lit course above a sprawling cityscape at breakneck speeds. Their greatest play was during the World.
But here's the thing,
where
like
in the last
MJ,
seconds, they executed a daring double.
I just told you
around the sky pillar,
earlier.
overtaking 5 competitors to.
All you need to do to support me
Other milestones in their career include
is just
setting the
be
world
chill,
record for the
be fun to
fastest
chat with,
time,
and watch my
be the
YouTube
first ever
videos.
to win consecutive championships in the Intergalactic Hover League.
It's actually really easy. I'm not expecting you to spend any of your money.
We are in
Only
the
your
presence of
time,
greatness.
if you have it to
Imagine
spend.
Dana Programy as a star in the thrilling world of competitive drone racing. They are renowned for their
So yeah, MJ,
incredible
like seriously,
maneuvering
like
skills during the Grand Drone Prix.
That's
where they
fine, like,
executed a stunning
do whatever you
move
want.
flying through a series of narrow, twisting tunnels.
You already mentioned, though, that you're older,
Making their closest
and you
rivals
don't
to
have
the finish
expendable
line.
income.
This maneuver now
Don't waste the
claims
income
to be
that you can't
studied by
expend on
novice
me.
pilots worldwide. Additionally, they've broken records for the fastest lap times in various international circuits, solidifying their legacy in this high-tech, adrenaline-pumping sport. We are in the presence of greatness. The Kikadroid is a star player in the sport of hoverball, a futuristic game played with high-speed hoverboards and glowing orbs.
Hoverball? I want to play hoverball.
2023 Hoverball Championship when they executed a triple spin dodge to evade 3 defenders and scored a power goal from midair 30 feet above the ground, securing...
No, MJ, I would rather that you don't waste that on me.
Not only won the game, but also set a new
Like,
world
come on.
record for the highest altitude goal scored in professional hoverball.
You know there's a better way you could have
Their
spent it.
strategy and fearlessness has made them one of the most celebrated
Right.
athletes in the sport's history. We are
And what's up, Entum? How you doing?
Imagine Surga as a world champion in sky racing, an extreme sport where participants race through aerial courses using jet-powered wingsuits. Their greatest play was during the IFA Cup finals when they executed a daring triple corkscrew maneuver through narrow floating hoops over the Grand Canyon, securing a record-breaking finish time that still stands. Surga is also known for being the first to complete the stratospheric drop, a thrilling
Don't say
descent
sorry.
from edge of space back to ground level, setting a milestone
It's fine.
in both altitude and speed in sky racing.
I'm sorry that you felt compelled to gift a bunch of subs. You should never feel like that. Just hanging out, being cool. That's awesome, man. Maybe renew your 1 sub and use that other whatever you spent on those gifted subs. I don't know. There's probably all sorts of better things you could do with that money. If you're really considering what to spend your money on. If you have expendable income, then yeah, like, feel free to expend it. But I just want to point out, based on your previous statement earlier today, right, your guitar could use new strings. I would rather your guitar have new strings than you gift a bunch of subs. I would much rather. You know that, right? Thank you for the sub there, Wasabi. I appreciate that. Again, it doesn't buy you any, like, lenience.
Imagine Wasabi Mayhem as
for
a
terrible
professional
comments.
player in the thrilling sport of hydroblade racing.
But I
high-speed
appreciate you
battles involving
trying to put in the
jet-powered
effort.
Surfboards.
The
Their
best thing you can do, Wasabi,
World
is be
Hydroblade
cool.
Championships when they executed a triple spin maneuver around the final Boy 2 snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. This move has since been named the Wasabi Whirl in their honor. Wasabi Mayhem is also celebrated for setting a record in the longest jump over 3 boats lined up end-to-end, a feat that remains unbeaten in the Hydroblade community.
Well, there we go. That's fine. Take the love, I'm cranky. No, I'm not trying to be cranky. You're the one that said earlier. You want to support, but you have to be, like, careful, because blank, you have a lack of everything, right? I'm only using your own comments against you. If you don't want me to actually acknowledge what you say, then just don't say it. I'm just saying, man, like, I'm not gonna forget the things you say to me. Right? I try not to. So, if you don't mean it, then don't say it. I know. I agree, Sabrina, over on YouTube, saying, I am so sweet arguing to not spend money on me. Yes, it's hilarious. But also, I'm just saying, like, there's something you can do more so than giving money. And that's just be here and hang out. Just be here, hang out, be cool. I would much rather have a higher viewer number than more subs. I know, that's ridiculous. Because subs actually, like, equate to real money. But I'd still, like, for my own personal self-worth, even, I'd rather see more viewers. Yes, seeing the viewership number dip below 40 actually hurts. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, no, it hurts. It's a bummer. We've had organic 100+ people here before. We haven't seen an organic 100 viewers in like 2 years. Now, granted, the numbers were inflated because of COVID, so I get that. I totally understand. But it's still a bit of a bummer. It's something I think about at night. No. You don't need to advertise or do anything. If you want to help Chris, just restart COVID. Like, no. That's not what I said. Shit. Oh, God. The next global pandemic is fully blamed on me. I mean, I bet we'd get a lot of viewers. Shit. All right, that is not what I meant, all right? That is not what I meant. Sabrina over on YouTube said, let's do this, people. Pandemic for Chris. Please don't. Please don't. Your wife and you just ate $10 of roast beef for supper? I best start taking money? No, I'm good. Like, that sounds delicious. I'm not sure what those two things have to do with each other. Right, yeah, you use the word supper in conversation. That's how we know you're over the age of 50. Certain food is getting expensive. Other food is really not that expensive. Like, I have, like, total meals I can make for less than $5 still. I think it majorly involves buying food on sale. So, omniphitis, that is a case of shrinkflation. No. So, Wasabi, you're missing the point. They're talking about roast beef that they made for a meal. Did they roast that beef? Yeah, it was 2 French dips. Did you buy pre-sliced beef? Yeah, sliced beef from the deli. So I get it, you know, $20 a pound, that's a bit much. That is hugely expensive, and you could probably wait for it to go on sale. I would say, personally, you could buy some beef and roast it, and then freeze a bunch of slices of it. Now, granted, how much is your time worth? And yeah, the time value of money and all that stuff, like, majorly factors. So, I don't know, man, like, yeah, I get it. There are certain things you could do to make that a cheaper meal, but there's only so much you can do. French dip, though, that's a solid meal, though, right? That was delicious. You enjoyed every minute of it, right? And it's cheaper than going out to buy it at a restaurant. We just made MJ feel really self-conscious. Now they're going to roast their own beef. No, Wasabi, I think you're messing up if you misunderstand the value of freezing stuff. I buy Costco-sized portions of, like, pork rib meat. And then I freeze individual portions of that. And I go and make chow mein from it, like, later. And, like, when I make that meal, I'm paying, like, $4 for that entire meal. Now, you're messing up there, Wasabi. Like, frozen is fine. Frozen is totally fine. Not every meal needs to be a Michelin 3-star meal. I'll sacrifice a star for affordability. I don't know what you mean by that, MJ, at all. You spent a whole year in college watching Kitchen Nightmares. You could have spent that whole year actually cooking, and that would have been way better for you. Right? You're watching Kitchen Nightmares? Right? You're watching Kitchen Nightmares, but you're probably cooking ramen at the same time. Like, that did not benefit you whatsoever. Hold on, MJ. Who's the dude that feeds a lot of people, but he's a meme? Who's the TikTok dude? Hold on, he's like smiling the entire time when he's making like these meals. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Shit. He's a fucking legend. He's amazing. He's super fucking good. But I don't know his name. Anyone know his name? He like... He smiles like that. As he's like making these giant fucking meals. And yeah, Sabrina, now they're hungry. Well done. That's some frozen heart. I mean, I eat chicken hearts. Chicken hearts are delicious. There's so many good ways to like cook them and make them. Ooh, yeah, chicken hearts are amazing. They make them for dog food? I mean, look at that cost. That's some like cheap chicken heart right there. Am I about to eat some cat food? I might be about to eat some cat food. No, chicken hearts are amazing. Now, chicken hearts are delicious. Chicken gizzards, also delicious. Yeah, some dog food now is like legitimately good enough to eat, for sure. Like, yeah, like that's basically human food. Some people spoil the fuck out of their dogs. You realize a dog would happily eat trash, right? By feeding them human food, you're not extending their life in any significant way. I'd love to see a study. I'd love to see some study like, yeah, just feed them kibble versus feeding them like chicken hearts. Do they live longer? They don't. They really don't. They don't live any longer if you give them, like, really good food. Nah, man. Just feed them food. Their genetics determines how long they live more than anything in the world. Same thing with cats as well, Sabrina. It feels good to feed them amazing food. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They will eat garbage. And they'll probably live longer by eating garbage. Yeah, dogs eat anything edible. Eat anything with protein in it. Chicken feet sounds amazing, right? Like, no human's gonna eat that. I mean, I might. But still, like, whatever. Dogs will eat anything. Yes, so many people feed their dogs better than they feed themselves. There are people out there in the world that feed their dogs better than they eat. That's fine, Bob. You go ahead and do that. Just recognize it's not going to make your dog live long. Genetics have a bigger play into how long your dog lives than their actual diet. Sorry. Purebred dogs die way younger than mutts. Like, almost categorically. Almost as a rule. No worries there, Space Case. Like, we're good, man. Yeah, tomorrow is me getting a bunch of work stuff done. I'm not even positive we'll be, like... No. Hold on. We are doing gaming stream tomorrow. I'm just not sure at what time we're gonna start it. Because I will happily play 3 hours of Baldur's Gate 3 with the homies and then drive to Portland. It's only 2 hours away. It's not that big a deal. That means I'll make it to Portland at 11 p.m., which means I could even try and hit up the bar that people might be hanging out at. Or I just go hit up one of the strip clubs nearby, because Portland is the strip club capital of the US. Yes, I plan on sleeping in my car tomorrow night. It really is. Yeah, it's like crazy. There are more strip clubs per square mile in Portland, Oregon than any other city in the US. I'm not even kidding. That is legitimately a fact. I'll accept it. Sure. That would be a terrible reason to move to Portland. That would be like one of the worst reasons to move to Portland. There are plenty of good reasons to move to Portland. That is not one of them. No. Portland is in Oregon, Seattle is in Washington. I mean, Sabrina over on YouTube is totally right. Yeah. Dev stream topic: food, pets, strip clubs. It's science. That's actually the definition of Portland in general. Food, pets, and strip clubs. That's Portland. There you go. You just summed up Portland in general. Good job, Sam. What is Portland known for? Food, pets, and strip clubs. Were you not listening? Cold humidity? Yeah. I mean, so Portland and Seattle like overlap in a lot of ways. The show Portlandia is fan-fucking-tastic. Like, so good. So good. Oh shit, I might be out of water. I might need to go pour more water. So I got at least an hour or two left on stream. So I need to go fill this water jug. So give me a second. BRB. I hope you all are still here when I come back. Because, man, yeah, the 33 viewers thing, like, it does bum me out a little. But BRB, we'll see. All right, and I'm back. So there you go, Sabrina. MJ, yeah, I will probably not be on this channel tomorrow. I will be on gaming channel, hanging out, trying to get work done, doing video editing. And then I have 2 days off until I'm back on Saturday. Here on Twitch on Griffing and Chill, though. Like, you know about Griffing and Chill, yeah? That is where I am on Wednesdays and Sundays. That's fine, just letting you know. Interesting. Welcome back. Yeah, no, I see some stuff. I find some stuff interesting. Interesting. Snowboarders don't say any of that stuff. What camera do I have? It's a Sony. I forget which Sony, though. Sony ZV-E10, I think. It's a 4K. Hence why you can see, like, the terrible mustache and, like, the bad, like, mole right there, which is, like, thicker than the rest of the mustache. It's actually also the source of a bunch of gray when I grow the mustache out. Is what it is. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, mustache. Like, definitely not a real mustache. Like, no, this is just like 2 days of not shaving, you know? This is definitely not a mustache. I just mean like the thing where a mustache would be. Uh-huh. What's up, Wizand? How you doing? That's fine, Wasabi. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what do you expect from a comment like calling it JavaScript? What is it you're trying to get out of a comment like that? Please don't. That's a shit meme, dude. You didn't get a laugh out of the first time you used it. Why do you think the third time was going to be valuable? Are you speedrunning another ban at this point? Like, I don't know, man. Wasabi, I'm already sick of you again. Be someone fun to talk to. Or you're out of here. I try, Omar. I actually don't have much, like, patience. No, Wasabi, motherfucker. You are being someone that's not fun to talk to, and that's the number one thing I asked you to be. Be someone fun to talk to. You are not fun to talk to. This is your last warning, dude. That's it. Like Wasabi. Your last warning there, Wasabi. When I say you're not fun to talk to, don't double down on the bullshit you just pulled. Okay? Memes are not fun. I don't want a bunch of memers in chat. Take that shit to Twitter, man. Not here. I don't care what you think you were being. I said no memes here, and you continue to meme. This is your last chance. You got unbanned once. You think you're gonna get unbanned a second time? Nobody here wants Wasabi to keep typing. Wasabi, take that as a fucking hint at this point, man. Or don't, and we can just ban you. Anyway, did anyone have like a question they wanted to ask? Like, the saddest part is I would benefit from ignoring everyone in chat and just working on the shit I got. But I believe that's what the trolls actually do. I'm not, but I try to be. Which is more than I can say for some trolls. Anyway, what's everyone up to? How's your Tuesday going? How do you get fireworks for your command line? Ooh, I don't know that one there, Blitzwraith. That sounds like a plugin you have to write for various like terminals. I don't think that's something you could get as like just like an Oh My Zish kind of like thing. It'd have to be something you write for like Warp or iTerm or whatever. But that'd still be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Wasabi. I think every single other person here in chat would prefer that you don't type anymore. Could you take that as a fucking hint, please? I'm not saying don't type, but please think before you type. Is this something anyone else needs to hear? Please, just think before you type. But yeah, Blitzwraith, I've never seen that. That sounds like a really cool plugin, honestly. That'd be a really cool, like, iTerm plugin to do, like, like how we got the fireworks thing, etc., like power mode for VS Code. Like, yeah, power mode for your terminal would actually be really cool, man. It'd have to be specific to, like, a terminal app, like iTerm 2 or Zoom, or, sorry, not Zoom, Warp, or whatever, right? That'd be really cool, though, Blitzwraith. Like, I'd love to see that. If you write it for iTerm 2, I will use it. For sure. That sounds amazing. I don't even know how you do it to make it, like, be part of the terminal over here. Like, as we type, we saw some stuff fire out. It would definitely have to be, like, terminal application specific, though. Because it would have to exist outside of just, right, like the, God, what's the name for what we're seeing, right? The terminal is just a representation of another thing, right? And it's basically like an Xterm compatible interface or whatever, right? You would have to be above that, and you'd have to do it at the application level, such as iTerm or Warp or any terminal application that allows that level of, like, injection or plugins or whatever, right? I don't think Oh My Posh or Oh My Zish could do it because they operate at a level underneath the terminal you're using, right? Like, I can use Oh My Zish and set it for my user, and that applies whether I'm using terminal or iTerm 2. Any of that. I don't think that is the right abstraction level. You would have to do it at, like, the editor level. Or, like, the terminal level. Uh-huh. What does a voice acting portfolio mean? It means a website in which someone can listen to clips of me doing voice acting that helps them decide if they want to try and hire me for a voice acting project. So basically, like any portfolio site for any specific niche. Isn't that a tasty burger? Royale with cheese. Dude, I fully replied to someone with that image. Some people. Hold on. Let me look at my replies. What was the one that I used that image on? It was just within the past couple days. It's not that far back. Here we go. Right? So a Tool album can't be bad, it's just Tool. Sometimes it just isn't what you're in the mood for. Right? The idea that a Tool itself can't be bad because it's just a Tool is ridiculous. Of course tools can be bad. We make better tools all the time, and flat out bad tools have absolutely been created. To which, like, my reply happened, and then he's like, well, yeah, there's a Tool album for every mood. And then check out the big brain on Trav. That's a solid reference. Again, Wasabi. Was that a comment that you thought was something people needed to hear? Exactly, Omar. Like, dude, how fucking old are you? I know what I said. Like, that doesn't dodge the question. Like, how fucking old are you, man? Like, dude. Alright, so you're obviously too young to be here on Twitch. You don't joke about your age on Twitch. Like, motherfucker. No, you're banned again because you're not being serious, and fuck off at this point. Like, nah, I'm good. Thank you, though. No, thank you. I don't want you chatting here anymore. It's that simple. You fucking suck to talk to. Wasabi. You fucking suck to talk to. And I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm sorry. Like, I gave you so many chances. That's your last bit. You don't get unbanned after the second ban. Like, fuck off already. Get out of here. Go troll someone else, man. Did you not realize you were on thin ice the entire day you were here? In which I unbanned you from the obviously toxic shit you did in my Discord? Like, dude, fuck off. Get out. I don't want you back. Your bits are meaningless. Your sub is meaningless. I don't want your money. Fuck off with that shit, dude. Get out of here. Nobody wants you as part of their audience. You fucking suck. Just leave. Every single moment I allowed you to chat was me regretting that decision. And you proved it with every message you made. Like, fuck off already. Get out of here. Nobody wants you. I just hate giving people the benefit of the doubt and then they just fucking screw me. Because I have a fucking conscience and they don't. I'm kind of sick of it. Dude, some fucking people. I mean, we're basically only making it with Astro. So yeah, no worries, Wizand. Appreciate you. Thank you for chilling. Cheers to you. That said, like, no, I got stuff I need to do. I think I need like 3 days off of stream. I'll see y'all on Saturday. Obviously. I'll see some of y'all over on Gaming Stream tomorrow. Do we go raid someone? Like, I'm even questioning that part. Man, I normally raid someone. I don't even know. Like, yeah, I'm good on it. I'll see y'all again soon. I'll see most of y'all on Saturday. I'll see some of y'all tomorrow. I'll see some of y'all over here on Gaming Tonight. The people that will join me on Gaming, very small subset, I'll see y'all over there. I don't even know what game I'm gonna play, but, you know. We're at a good moment to call it, for sure. If I had better numbers, I might keep going. But I think we're good. So yeah. I don't even know what stream I would raid. I think I'm good on it. Hold on. Is time actually going right now? No, she is. Yeah, I don't even know where that... Yeah, that entire, like, stale, like, thread I had. Nah. There's other streams going. You'll find them. It's fine. Like... The people that would lurk here regularly are over there anyway, so fuck it. You guys will find it. It's fine. See you guys soon.